Folks, MrBeast is boosting the stakes in his new Amazon Prime venture, Beast Games. And yes, I know, I did get glasses. The doc says that I gotta be wearing them while I'm working on the computer. This is the new Uncle Raph look. Back to Beast Games. Beast Games is being promoted as the biggest reality competition ever.
It's gonna be the largest game show in history.
And one of 2,000 contestants will win a whopping $5 million. However, behind the scenes, a darker story is developing, rife with instability and controversy, reminiscent of the poorly produced thriller movie Game Room. Anybody see that? I turned it off after 10 minutes. Let's get into the spicy. You guys, this gets wild. So apparently, according to this article and this video, more than a dozen participants have revealed disturbing experiences from their time on Beast Games. Unfortunately, little has come out though, because apparently everyone was required to sign an NDA before playing. Now, folks, admittedly, I understand this. NDAs are an important part of business, especially in the entertainment world. So MrBeast having people sign NDAs is not a far stretch of the imagination. It becomes a problem though when you got kind of a class action lawsuit type of a deal looming in the background. And I think a lot of these people kind of gearing up for something like that based off of what I'm about to tell you, and it gets pretty crazy. I've actually spoken to one of the contestants who wishes to remain anonymous for this video, and they said that their experience was insane in a bad way. I'm going to read some quotes from that person here in just a few, but before I do, I'm going to jump into this article. According to these accounts, there was allegedly a pattern of great physical and mental strain. Again, this is a game show. It's expected, but it gets bad. Participants reported suffering seizures and other medical issues. A family member of a contestant claims on day one, contestants went over 24 hours without any medication, which led to the seizure of a contestant on the first day. No medical staff was on site, and it took about 5 to 8 minutes to arrive to the scene. Contestants had to do crowd control to make room for medical. Like, what happened? Beyond that, others reported broken bones and men tackling women. What Lord of the Flies nightmare is this, guys? One commenter says, all challenges were skewed to favor young athletic men despite being presented differently. It was said multiple times before all challenges that safety was a top concern and would be taken seriously by production, and that there would be no tolerance of pushing, shoving, or tackling, and none of that was enforced. The contestants that committed said acts were not eliminated or even disciplined. This is where things go wrong. If you're creating content for entertainment purposes, safety has to be a top concern. If you're on a reality show on NBC, ABC, any of the major networks, safety is of utmost importance. And it seems like allegedly that was a problem here. Okay, so listen to this. In the third challenge on the 20th, there was one person, presumably a young female, that was tackled by a larger athletic male. So the athletic male could get the flag, and the presumed female was knocked out cold due to the impact. And that person that tackled them was not eliminated. I want to hear from you guys just based off of what you're hearing so far from this article. I'm going to link the article and this video into the description. I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about it? Leave it in the comments below. Another commenter said, each challenge catered to young, strong men who bullied female and elderly contestants and ultimately took away any chance of a fair competition. I've always been a fan of MrBeast. I believe in the causes he donates to and all the good he's done, but in a world where women's rights are literally being threatened, I'm disappointed that he would spearhead a show that encourages such toxic masculinity. I don't like that word, but I can understand it at this point. That's pretty brutal. You don't have dudes tackling chicks. And this is what I teach my boy, and this is how I teach my girls. Men are there to protect women, not beat them down. That's been like science. Contestants were apparently also subjected to difficult living circumstances in addition to physical trials, because what's a reality show without a little starvation? Am I right? According to reports, participants were served gourmet meals containing around 400 calories a piece for the day, not per meal, and were required to wait up to 12 hours between meals. Basically like intermittent fasting, but with a side of despair. I'm gonna crack myself up. Some of you guys might be saying, that's what they signed up for, Uncle Raph. What do you think about this, you guys? Again, leave it in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys. Is this just a bunch of people who are complaining who got eliminated? Or do you feel like this has got class action lawsuit written all over it? Either way, you got to be careful when you're putting on any type of competition or challenge or whatever it is that you're doing on YouTube. Just wait, there's more, and it keeps getting better. Another contestant says, no medications, no undergarments, despite supplying 5 days. Only electrolytes or Gatorade handed out on the second day in a small batch that ran out quickly, and people were fighting over and hoarding. All right. Ran out of meals for people. Water would run out. Was completely not a safe space. Many of us knew it would be mentally challenging, but the danger we were put in and lack of care from staff wasn't expected. No clear communication between staff either, making it worse. Another especially terrible story involves a female contender who ran out of hygiene supplies and was forced to wear a bleeding pad for 2 days. With allergies to traditional pads and no access to her reusable pads, she was placed in an uncomfortable scenario. Yeah, I'd say everybody around was probably placed in an uncomfortable scenario. And that's not making fun of anybody. That's just a fact of life. Then there's the icing on the top, folks. Suspicions that the tournament was rigged. Shocking. The promise of a fair playing field these days, you guys, is about as empty as my eggnog cup on Christmas. I love that stuff. Adding to the drama, the production staff reportedly dished out hush money. What? Hush money. Offering participants $1,000 in exchange for giving up their rights to join in any class action lawsuit. They knew what was coming, folks. They knew it. Probably day one, I guess. So apparently some people took the money, but others are opting to speak out. And that, my friends, is why we have this story. Questions have also been raised concerning the spread of infectious illnesses among candidates. Apparently 5 athletes tested positive for COVID, and another one was permitted to participate despite having pink eye. Pink eye. So, IMO, in my opinion, this is bad. This is a nightmare situation for MrBeast, you guys. Again, I'm not trying to beat him up. I know you guys think that. Sometimes you read in the comments, you post it in the comments. Being so in on MrBeast, he's so good, he's so awesome. He does a lot of great things for the world, but it sounds like he's got a problem on the team side. I see this all the time in companies. Like if you don't have core values and a mission that everybody buys into, everybody's vying for positioning to hang out with the famous guy or to impress MrBeast, and things get overlooked, like safety, you can have a huge problem on your hands. Keep this in mind as you guys are growing your team. So I have an interview with a contestant that will be coming out next week. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell, because that'll be coming out early next week. Anonymity, blurring out his face. He's not even going to go on face cam, and I'm going to change his voice so that way we can make sure that he's completely protected. Here are some of the quotes that he sent to me that he said that I could use. He says, "It was like Lord of the Flies with too much testosterone, no medicine, and almost no food. I can't believe no one died." That one's coming out next week. Make sure you subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.